My name is Ekene. I am a school teacher from Umole, a quiet village nestled between two hills and surrounded by thick bushland and narrow red earth roads. I was born here, raised here, and except for the 4 years I spent at the Teachers College in Nsukka, I have never lived anywhere else. So believe me when I say I know every house, every family, every dog, and every shadow in Umole. That's why what happened at that compound, that particular house, still troubles my spirit to this day. It started 5 years ago when an old man named Papa Ozor passed away. He was the kind of man everyone respected, not because he was rich, but because he minded his business and never borrowed trouble. His compound sat on the edge of the village, close to the footpath leading to the abandoned cocoa farm. He died during the rainy season, and his house stood empty for nearly a year. Then one morning, what spread like dry firewood catching flame, someone had moved into Papa Ozor's house. A young couple from Ibano, the husband a carpenter, the wife a tailor. Their names were Ifeani and Adaora. Nobody knew them personally, but they came with recommendations from the church in Umunachi. Pastor Eke himself escorted them and even helped them sweep the compound. That gave them a kind of cover. In Umuole, once the church has accepted you, the rest of the village keeps quiet. But still, that house, From the very first week, strange things started. Ifeanyi came to my class once to repair the broken windows. He was a nice, soft-spoken man who greeted with two hands and called everyone sir or ma. But during that visit, I asked him, "Do you open your windows at night? That side of the village is close to the forest. Mosquitoes can be bad." He smiled, almost awkwardly, and said, "We don't open the windows. We were told not to. We don't mind. We were told not to." That was what he said. Who told them? Why? I let it go that day, but something stuck in my chest. You see, in Umole, we believe that the land remembers. Some places carry echoes, spirits, whispers, things unseen, but only the elders speak of these things in full. A few weeks later, children started saying odd things. One girl in my class, little Nwoti, said she saw a white face looking out from that compound around midnight. Another boy claimed that at night, the gate opened by itself and closed again slowly, like someone invisible walked in. People whispered, of course, but no one went close. Not after dark. One market day, I ran into Mama Adaku, an old widow who used to fetch firewood near the cocoa path. She grabbed my arm and said, "Ekin, that house is not clean. I used to see things at night before Papa Ozo died. White smoke, a voice that cried from inside the ground. That man was covering something. Now that he's gone, it's awake again." I brushed it off. Until the night of the Ojeni Moon Festival. That night, I returned home late after supervising the boys at the village square. It was well after 11. As I reached the junction near the compound, I saw light flickering in the house like a lantern, but it was moving fast from room to room as though someone was running inside. But there was no sound, no footsteps, just silence and light. I stopped walking. Then suddenly all the lights in the house went out, and that's when I saw the window open, wide open. I wanted to run, I truly did. But then I saw something or someone standing behind the open curtain, not moving, just there, watching. I didn't sleep that night. The next day, I made up my mind to speak with the young couple. I waited until late afternoon when I knew Adara would be outside washing clothes. She greeted me warmly, offered me a stool, and even gave me palm kernel to chew. "Ifeanyi went to the market," she said. I nodded, then leaned in and asked, "Why did you open the window last night?" Her smile faded instantly. "Who told you it was us?" "I saw it myself." She stared at me, eyes wide and frightened, and whispered, "We didn't open it." Ifeanyi returned soon after, and together they told me everything. The day they moved in, an old woman from the village, no one they could remember now, had come to greet them. She brought them ugu leaves and ground nut oil and said, "Welcome to this house. You can do anything you want. Just never open the windows after nightfall." They thought it was a joke, some village superstition. But the first week, Adaora woke up to find the windows open, though she swore she locked them tight. She closed them. The next night, same thing. No sound, no movement, just wide open. After the third night, they started sleeping in the back room far from the windows. They didn't tell anyone because they didn't want to be chased out. Now it made sense. The lights, the figure, the feeling in my chest every time I passed that compound. I decided to consult the elders. I spoke to Nzenwokolo, the oldest man in the village and a quiet custodian of stories that most have forgotten. He told me, that house sits on Udu Ani, land that swallowed a woman during the land division war. She was never found. They say her spirit still looks for a window to escape. He looked at me with heavy eyes and added, that's why Ozo never married. He was the only one who could live there without fear. He made peace with the land. Ifeanyi and Adaora moved out not long after. The day they left, I helped them pack. As we stepped out of the gates with the last bag, a gust of wind blew hard and all the shutters slammed shut, bam, on their own. We didn't say anything, just walked. Today, the house still stands empty. During the day, it looks normal, but nobody passes there at night. And those windows still shut, always shut, not because of fear, but because we remember, and memory in Umole is a living thing.